Hey guys, what's up my awesome YouTube family? I wanted to talk to you today about my what I had done yesterday, which was the scope procedure. I think they call it an endoscopy or EGD procedure done. And so I just wanted to go through what all happened with you guys, because some of you may not never have one done before, might be curious what all is involved. Some of you probably have had one done before, maybe more than once, you already know. I was told to arrive at the place the procedure was being done by 7:30, and so my ride picked me up around 6:45 a.m. yesterday morning, and we went to the hospital where the procedure was being done. And I went to the admissions and got checked in, and went to the waiting area. And the thing is, I was told not to eat or drink anything after midnight. Okay, so I knew once midnight hit, I could not eat or drink anything at all, not even water. Okay, so I had done so well at not eating or drinking anything. I got up, I got dressed, I did some stuff here, then went and met my ride in the parking lot. We got to the hospital, I got checked in. I had done so good at that until it was just something that I did, but it didn't even enter my mind that I wasn't supposed to do that. I saw a drinking fountain in the waiting room, and I went over and took a couple of sips, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm not supposed to drink anything. Oh my gosh. I only had 2 drinks of water, 2 drinks. And, but I felt so bad, like, oh man, what if I can't do the procedure now because I drank water? And I told my ride, I said, I feel so bad, I screwed up so bad just now. I drank water, I'm not supposed to drink, I haven't drank anything since midnight, and I totally just messed up. So anyway, they called me back within a few minutes, and I went back, and they had this little room. They're more like there might be like cattle stalls, like just little sections there. So I was put in stall number 3, and I went back, and I told the nurse that took me back. I said, I want to let you know I've done so well not eating or drinking anything past midnight at all. But just now I was in the waiting room, I saw the drinking fountain and just impulsively took a couple drinks without thinking about it. I said, I'm so sorry, I've done so well not drinking anything. She said, it's okay. You took a couple small sips. I'm like, yeah, so you should be okay. You should be okay. So she told me she had a hospital gown. She said, take off your clothes, you can keep your panties on, your socks on, change into the hospital gown. It opens in the back, which I hate the gown to do that. Who else hates those? Who else hates those hospital gowns that open in the back? It's so annoying. Hang on, notifications are distracting me here. I went ahead and got changed, and once I was changed in the gown, the nurse took my vitals, and I'm trying to remember how everything went. It was all kind of like a blur. Took my vitals and asked me some questions, general medical type stuff, and then they put the hospital bracelet on me, and she went to go start the IV, and she tried my right arm first, which that right arm has never been cooperative. For some reason, they never were able to get a successful poke on my right arm. So she tried that first, and then when that didn't work, she was my left arm, was able to get the needle in and get the IV set up and everything. So we got the IV set up, got the bracelets on, and they also put a couple blankets on me to keep me warm. And I'm trying to think what else happened. Like, there was another woman that came in who was from the respiratory place, and she asked me some questions about, as far as the use of anesthesia, did I have any problems with it? Had I been under anesthesia before? What prior surgeries had I had? That kind of thing. And another one came in to basically tell me what was going to happen with the procedure. She said, we'll take you back We'll take you back to the room, and we're gonna have you on your left side in the fetal position, and we're gonna put what's called a bite block, I think is what they call it, in your mouth, and then we'll put you under anesthesia. We'll do the scope, and the doctor will usually do a biopsy when he does the scope. It's a common thing. And then once the scope is done, we'll take you into the recovery area, let you kind of come around on your own, get yourself awake and aware of what's happening. Then we'll bring you back here in the same place you're in now, and we'll give you some crackers, and so we'll give you something to drink and something to eat at that point. So once all the people came in and out and did what they needed to do, they did say, because I was having some asthma issues, I've had asthma for years, but my asthma, I guess, was really bad yesterday, so they went ahead and did a breathing treatment on me before anything else happened. So I had a breathing treatment done, and then they said basically to me about 45 minutes to an hour wait before you're taken back. So I messed around on my phone a little bit, but my phone doesn't have a incredibly long battery life, so I couldn't be on there too long. Plus, I didn't have a public Wi-Fi thing for me to get onto. So I watched the little TV they had in the room, and just waited. And I'm like, I was praying, oh my God, I just want this over with. I just want to get this over with. Having to wait is agonizing. I just want to get this over and done with. Just have them call me back already. I was so bored. And sitting there in this hospital again with blankets on me and IV in my arm and bracelets on me and, all this stuff. I'm just like, I just want this to be done. So... So anyway, it was almost an hour. I would say almost an hour wait. Well, the doctor did come in. The doctor who was doing the procedure did come in, asked me how I was feeling, told me kind of briefly what was going to happen, and then said, I'll see you back there. I said, okay. So, it was about 45 minutes to an hour wait, just sitting in the room, just waiting. They finally came, and they had rolled up a hospital bed, and so I got off because in the little stall they had, it's just a recliner. It's like a chair that reclines. So I got off the chair and got on the bed and laid down on my left side, and they wheeled me into the room. And I told one of the people, I can't remember who it was, I told one of the nurses that I was definitely nervous about this procedure being done because I have a very sensitive gag reflex, and I was afraid of choking or having a problem breathing during the procedure or whatever. So they said, well, we'll give you something to relax you, like a sedative to relax you. So by the time they wheeled me back into the room and I was on my left side, I was so sleepy anyway. I only had about 3 hours of sleep the night before. So I was about to fall asleep waiting for them to come and get me for the procedure. That's how sleepy I was. By the time I got back in the room, they gave me the sedative and I was just gone. I remember them putting the bite block thing in my mouth and holding that in place with my teeth. And that's the last thing I remember. I was gone. I remember waking up in the recovery room and just feeling very groggy and very out of it. Once I was awake and aware, and pretend I didn't tell I was awake again. They asked me if I was okay, and I said, yeah, I'm alright. And they said, we'll take you back to your room now. It's a room that I call the stall, the room. And so they wheeled me back to the room, and I got back on the chair. And they said, you go ahead and, they took the IV out first, I think. They took the IV out first, and then they said, you can go ahead and change back into your regular clothes. So I went ahead, got the hospital gown off, changed back in my regular clothes, and then they said, we have peanut butter crackers, we have cheese crackers, and we have shortbread cookies. And I voted for the peanut butter crackers. I don't know why I don't really like peanut butter crackers, but I had peanut butter crackers to eat and ice water to drink. And I ate 3 of the crackers and drank pretty much all the ice water. And they had inserted the Bravo device in me, which means I had this little device here. And what I do is, let me get my paper here. What I do is, apparently there was a device implanted in me, which after 48 hours or so to just like pass through my system and come out in my stool or something like that. But they said that every time I eat something, I need to push the button here, push the food button here, and when I start eating, and push it again when I stop eating. And how that relates to the device implanted in me, I don't know how. But they also gave me a food diary to keep, where I write down what time I start eating, what I ate, and what time I stopped eating. And so I have this Bravo patient diary I have to fill out. And that to go back tomorrow morning around 9 a.m., I have to go back there and take this device back and the diary and give it to them. I can just drop it off and go. So, yeah, but the doctor came in, said there were no problems with my procedure, went just fine. He didn't see any major areas or things that were concerning him. It was all pretty much okay. But I have a follow-up appointment with him on the 19th, I think. So I have an appointment to see him on the 19th. But, yeah, so I got dressed, I ate my peanut butter crackers, I drank my ice water, and once I was pretty much, had eaten and drank and was feeling, better and was in my clothes, they went ahead and discharged me. My ride brought me home. I was feeling so super groggy. That Sedative or whatever they gave me to relax me, holy mackerel. Because I got home around between 10:30 and 11. And I was hungry, but I went straight to bed. I went straight to bed and I slept, I'm not kidding you, I slept from 11 o'clock in the morning till almost 5 o'clock in the evening. So, I was like, wow, I just slept the whole freaking day away. When I woke up, I was still feeling so groggy and so out of it like a zombie. It was so bizarre. It went very well. I didn't feel a thing during the procedure. I was totally out. I remember falling asleep and I put the bite block in my mouth, and I woke up in the recovery room, and that was it. So I had to take this back to them, this food diary and the little Bravo device back to them tomorrow morning. And whatever device that's in me will pass through my system and come out in the toilet. And they said, don't dig it out and bring it back to us. I'm like, I had no intention of digging through my poop for anything. I'm sorry. I said, I have no intention of trying to find whatever's in me that's coming out. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. I don't need to know. And they were laughing so hard. I'm like, whatever's in there is just going to come out and it's just going to be gone. So, so anyway, but yeah, I have a follow-up appointment with the doctor on the 19th to talk about the results of the EKG and talk about what he saw, if anything that concerned him. And she said he didn't see anything that concerned him, so I'm not sure why I'm having the follow-up appointment. But anyway, so yeah, that's what happened. That was my my EGD procedure, and everyone was so nice. They were all so sweet, very considerate, making sure I was comfortable, making sure I was okay, that kind of thing. But it was just a very long wait, and so I just wanted it to be over with. And I'm glad it's over with and done, and I'm glad I didn't feel anything, I didn't see anything. There's no awareness during the procedure at all, and yeah. So, yeah. For any of you who never had an EGD before, it's no big deal. It's no big deal at all. It's just you go in there and the hospital gown. I hate the hospital gown to open in the back. I just hate that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shut up and go and get this uploaded. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm not sure why you would, but if you did, please give us a thumbs up. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.